Hey everyone, Bricknut here. I've got an update for you on my LEGO City. To be specific, the train area, like the little train yard. Plus I've got a mock that I've been working on, which is also train related. Let me put that back down there, which I will show you in a moment. But first I'm going to go right the way down this end. Because down here, if I just turn the camera around, I now have buffers on the ends of my sidings. So that's good. Forgive the black fingernail, that's black spray paint. I've been doing a spot of painting down at Mum's. So yeah, I've got two buffers. And one thing I want to do in the near future as well is get a motor and probably change these wheels for LEGO wheels, because these non-branded ones tend to squeak and they don't run as free. And I want to change the track to LEGO track as well, not the off-brand, just because it's the wrong colour. I don't like the mixed colour, but that's all I've got at the minute. So, but yeah, I want to get the motor and the IR sensor for that, so when the battery pack it's going to need, isn't it? So I can motorise that one, and then maybe I'll figure a way out to motorise this one. Actually, it shouldn't be too hard. The motor can sit under there, or maybe even on the coal tender, along with the battery pack on here and the IR sensor. I might be able to modify that so I can get all of it on there. Although I think the motor would be better on the locomotive itself. I don't mind if I have a wire going across, that doesn't bother me. Anywho, the switch tracks that I ordered just over 2 weeks ago. It took so long to get here because the seller was on holiday, which he did message me about when I bought them, which I was okay waiting on. I wasn't in any rush to get them. They arrived, so I've got my switch track in here. And a straight piece there, which is exactly what I wanted. So we can have the freight yard there, so the forklift truck, if need be, can take whatever's needed off. So I've moved the gantry crane as well. I'm having problems there. I think I've got that switch track far too close to that corner, so I'm going to have to move it this way. Because every time I try to get one of my locomotives through there, it's getting stuck. So I might do that later, or I might do it tomorrow, I don't know. But that's the mock I've been working on. I've now got a recovery crane with squeaky wheels, because I've got the non-LEGO branded wheels on it, which I'm going to change, just because they squeak. I'll get a couple of these as well, magnet and buffer pieces, because the magnets are not that strong on these. But yeah, it's all up and running. Still going to have some changes done, because for one, it doesn't actually do a full 360, although I don't think it really needs to, so I might just leave that as it is. I mean, it does go around that far, you know, so it's actually quite handy if a train derails and needs to be lifted back on. I've got the means to do it. Just lower that back down. But I just want an opinion as well. As you can see, the boom doesn't lay perfectly flat. It rests in here. Should I raise where the boom is mounted up just a smidge? I think one plate should do it, so it lays flat. Do you think that would look better? And perhaps have like a rest built in here for the boom to rest on, just for a bit of detail? Or should I just put the boom rest in here and just leave it as it is? I'm leaning towards raising the boom there so it lays completely flat. That's what I'm leaning towards doing. What do you guys think? Open to suggestions on that one. But and I don't know if there is any experienced LEGO train enthusiasts, users, I'm not sure what to call you, that watch my channel, but I'm having problems with this locomotive. Sometimes when I turn it on, because you've got your controller, you've got your dial, you know, turn it one way, it'll go forward, you turn it the other way, it'll go backwards. The only problem is that sometimes, if I like had it going backwards, or we'll say forwards in this case, then I turn the dial for it to go backwards, it'll suddenly stop, but even though I turned the dial to go backwards, and it should be going backwards, it'll stop, or jerk, and then shoot off forwards again. And it does seem to only do that when it's going forwards, not when it's going backwards. So I'm not sure if I've got a problem with the IR receiver in there, or the motor, or if it's something going nuts in this. I've had this apart once and cleaned all the contacts in case it was that. But I mean, it stops fine when I press the stop button, which is just as well, because it really does go flying off. Usually at like full speed, I suppose, for one of these. It's a bit annoying and frustrating, but it doesn't do it all the time. So I don't know if I've got a bit of a dicky controller. Maybe once I've got the other train motorised, I could try that controller on it, and if the other train does it, then I know it's the controller. But I need to get the stuff to motorise those two. I think that's going to be my next plan. Once I've got the tiles to finish that area off, I've got this habit, you know, where I keep switching from one project to the other, because I went from doing that corner and wanted to get it completely finished to working over here, moving buildings and changing the railway. And I don't know if you've noticed, but see, we've got one stud there, and when it gets to the gantry crane, the track starts coming over this way. You see? I'm not quite sure what's caused that. It doesn't seem to be a problem. The train goes up and down it fine. It's just going to mess with my OCD because it's not running straight. And I never would have thought laying a train track, even a Lego train track like this, could actually be such a pain in the bottom at times. I'm going to have to get rid of... Actually, no, if I'm going to move that switch track up here, I don't need to get rid of these two bricks under there. It might be that's throwing it out, actually. Maybe some flexi track in there instead of the corner. So I've now got two of these. In fact, this one can actually go in the bin because it's missing the actual switch bit anyway. It's exactly the same dimensions as the Lego one, but it's not Lego and it's broken anyway. That's the only reason I'm throwing it out, is because it's broken. No good. If it was still usable, I would have kept it as just a spare. But it's a shame you can only get these points or switch tracks in pairs. So I've now got two going the same direction as spares. Unless I put them on. I can guarantee if I actually put those on eBay or something and sell them, I'll end up needing them in the future. Because I've, you know, decided to have a change around up here again. But, I'm actually liking it, you know. It's only a small train yard, but just think how many more buildings I could put on there if I didn't have the sidings up there. So I think my train yard takes up the biggest footprint on my Lego City. You know, the most... Actually, then followed by the hospital, because all my other buildings are either on a full one of these 32 by 32s or on a half. So the hospital is actually taking up more than one of these, so that's probably the second building that takes up the biggest footprint. Looking around, it is. I'm really starting to like looking down here and seeing those trains lined up. I'd like to see my train shed at the end finished with the roof on it and some accessories and details inside. I'll put some transparent, I was going to say transparent windows, of course windows are transparent. You know what I mean, some skylights or something in the top so people can actually, when they go down there, they can look in and see it. Gantry crane is probably not going to stay there. I'm probably going to shift it along a bit. Not too far though, but it will probably go up a little bit further. Yeah. I'm really happy with the progress. Not a huge amount of progress, but still progress. Any progress is still progress. Catzilla wants in. Oh yeah, and you probably noticed earlier I've got glasses on now. I conceded defeat and went to Specsavers and went and got some glasses. I should wear glasses anyway, but I haven't for years. My last pair broke and I just never bothered going to get a pair. Never really needed them. But yeah, I do now, so you'll see a lot more of me with my spectacles on. Anyway, I better get this video uploaded to the laptop and edited and put up online. On YouTube, rather. I suppose it is online, I know what I mean. I don't think my brain does, but I do. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. And as always, I will leave a link to the channel's Facebook page and Discord server down below in the description, so be sure to give those a look. I am really starting to do my best at putting updates on both, and I've expanded the number of channels on the server as well to include more themes. So we don't have to discuss Lego on there. I've got general chat on there as well if you just want to talk about everyday things, movies, whatever, games. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.